Hey Stampers, it's Deb Naylor, aka the Flying Stamper. Let me know if you're on, if you're attending via Facebook. Love to hear from you. I'm going to give everybody a couple minutes to get on before I actually start the party. And I've got lots of things to share tonight, so this is going to be a little bit longer of a presentation than usual. Feel free to jump off if you need to. Hi, Sue. Thanks for joining me. I appreciate it. So I'm going to start with the projects first, just to kind of get that going right away. And that way, if you need to refer back to it, hey, Carol, you will just be able to scroll up to the very beginning and you won't have to watch the whole thing. Hey, Chris. Hey, Marta. Oh, my goodness. Diana. Yay. You guys are all coming. Thanks for joining me tonight. Marcia, yay, yay. Good to see you guys. Thanks for reaching out. Hi, Deb. Hey, Peggy. Hi, Diane Stabler. Marta, all the way from Kansas. Oh, my goodness. It's so fun to see you guys. Hi, Karen. It's almost as good as seeing you in person. I wish we could do things in person. I hope that Customer Appreciation in 2022 will be an in-person event. Hi, Val. Hi, Marcy. Hey, Kathy. Good to see you here. Mary, yay. Thank you, guys. Oh, my goodness. I'm so excited you guys are all here. Well, I'm going to go ahead and get the party started. And if you join us later, you can just jump in. So tomorrow, we'll start rolling out kits. I'm going to actually have some porch pickups starting at 9:30 tomorrow morning and running till about 3:30 tomorrow, and then some more on Friday and some more on Saturday. If you haven't scheduled your porch pickup, please reach out to get that done. If you paid to have your projects mailed to you, I have about half of them ready to mail out tomorrow, and I'm hoping to finish those tonight. So my plan is to put everything in the mail tomorrow. Most of you guys are pretty close, so it should come pretty fast. Hi, June. Thanks for joining me. So without further ado, I am going to get the party started with, hi, Rita, with a door prize. Now, I gave away a lot of door prizes last night, but I rustled up some more because it's just not a party without some door prizes. So the first door prize I have is a little hand-stamped by and then this cute Night of Navy Stampin' Spot, which will come in really handy with the first project that I'm going to demonstrate. So if you won something last night, you are not in here because you already won something. So this is the people that didn't win anything last night. So I promise I'm not looking. And let's see who's coming out. Okay, Kathy Johnson. All right. Congratulations. Okay. I do have more things to give away, but let's move on and start talking about our project. So always when you do my virtual classes, you're going to find your envelopes stuffed something like this. And be careful when you open it up because there's always lots of little bits and pieces. This one doesn't have anything really teeny tiny in it, but don't dump your envelope like that. If you've got a little brad or a rhinestone or something, you may lose it. Those are very hard to find. So this is what you're going to find in this first envelope. And your designer series paper might look like this, or it might look like that. It's from the same paper pack and it's the same color scheme. I did not have enough of either one of them for the entire group. Did you guys know that this is my biggest customer appreciation ever event? I've been a demonstrator for a little over 21 years, and I've had demonstrator appreciation always, and I've never had this big of a group. So I think it's because it's virtual and I can extend out to all kinds of people. So that's very cool. Thank you, COVID-19. That would probably be one of the few things I'm grateful for. So let's talk about what your project's going to look like. You got this big hole. Do not worry about that. I just use that to get this punch out. It's a way that I do my projects to save paper and also weight. So I'm just moving in and making sure that you can see me. Hi, Juanita. You must be on break from work. Thanks for joining me. Okay, my favorite adhesive, and I'm going to use a few tonight so that we can talk about different ones, is the mono adhesive glue. I love it because it's very reasonable. It's only $4 for a tube. It lasts a super long time, and it holds super well. And I don't find this glue messy. Like some glue is messy. I don't find this one messy. So we're just going to do that on that top of that layer. This is Seaside Spray. And now you've covered the hole. Nobody's going to see that because you're going to glue it down there. And then you are going to find, because I am such a nice person, that I pre-tied all these little bows for you. All right. So we're just doing kind of a little knot over here. And I tied it off with the Misty Moonlight ribbon. And we're going to use a glue dot to adhere that. And we're going to use a glue dot to adhere that. So here's the glue dots that you get from Stampin' Up. If you are a Paper Pumpkin subscriber, they always give us glue dots in almost every single kit, and there's always more than enough. So I use those quite a bit too. But let's go ahead and grab these off of here, because if you purchase them, this is how they come. And the best way on the glue dots is just to push it directly onto the glue dot on the dispenser. And then we'll pull it back here. Oh, I'm sorry, I just bonked the camera. You know I'm a rookie, right? That's not my claim to fame, but it's true. I'm a rookie with the camera. Okay, so we've got that all adhered down. All right, and then we're going to go ahead and glue this layer to the white card base. And I just bonked the camera again. I'm sorry. Okay, now we've got this that we're going to stamp an image on, and I use the Darling Donkeys. This is one of the stamp sets from Celebrations. If you place a $50 order during January or February, you can get this little cute stamp set for free. Now, if you don't have the Darling Donkeys already, don't worry about it. Just use any image that fits in there. A floral will look really good with that. Another image that would be really cute is the zebras from the Zany Zebra stamp set. But honestly, use what you have. The ink that I used is Misty Moonlight. And the reason why I chose that ink is because many of you have it. If you attended my virtual in color class last spring, then you have that stamp pad. So I've been trying to use inks that I know people have. But a substitute ink would be Night of Navy. That would work really well. Seaside Spray would work really well if you have that one. And Basic Black would work. Really, any blue would probably work. There I go. I bonked that again. Okay, so now we're going to pull the donkey off. And we use this little guy that's kicking it. And then we'll ink that up and stamp it in the center of the white circle. Oh, I did that off camera. Sorry. All right, I'm not going to put hee-haw on this one because I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do with it. And you guys saw me stamp, so you've got an idea. You can put whatever you got on here. You know what? You could also, if you don't have an image that you want to use, just put the words on here. Thank you, or happy birthday, or whatever you have on hand. Okay, we'll glue that to that. Now, I have to stay a little bit organized. I usually like to kind of just throw things around and continue on with my live. I can't really do that tonight. If you saw the table right now and what I'm working in, you would understand. I have all these organized piles, so I've got to keep them organized, or we're going to have a mess here in an hour, within 10 or 15 minutes. Okay, so there is the Darling Donkey card. I always like to stamp my envelopes, so I used one of the other images from the Darling Donkey to stamp the envelope. All right, that is all that we need to do on that one. All of the photos of the projects are already loaded in the files. If you pull down under Media and then pull down under Albums, and then you'll find one that says, I think it says January 2021 Customer Appreciation. There's a photo there for you to follow. Okay, that's it on that project, but I wanted to show you a couple more cards that I have done with this Darling Donkey stamp set. So this guy is just cracks me up. He's like, I'm kicking COVID out. So I have a friend right now that has COVID, so guess who's getting this? The friend that has COVID. So, and I did color in the donkeys with basic gray blends. And then I used one of the little basic black dots, stuck it in the eye. These alphabet dies are retired, but there is another current set in the catalog that you could purchase, and you could come up with the same kind of card. The base of the card is Seaside Spray, and then this is another one of the Celebrations items. This is the same paper from the same paper pack as this card and this card. It's called Paper Blooms, and it's gorgeous. Okay, so this is called a slimline card. And we did one of those in our virtual class a couple months ago, I think. All right, and there, I've got that little Hey You Friend. Okay, I got a couple more cards. I was having a really good time with that slimline thing. My mom has a friend that just got re-diagnosed with breast cancer. She had it a few years ago and it's back again, so I'm going to mail her that. So the donkey's kicking cancer to the curb. And I've got one more to share with you, and then I will move on to the next project. Promise! Okay, and then I have a friend that just got diagnosed with prostate cancer. So light blue is the prostate cancer ribbon color. So we're kicking that to the curb too. So I think the donkey is going to be a really useful set. Some of you know that I have a little donkey story with my nephew too, and I'm not going to take time to share that tonight. But when I saw that set, it just reminded me so much of my sister and my time in Tennessee last summer, and I spent a lot of time with my nephew. All right, so here's the Paper Blooms DSP. This is another one of the items with a $50 order. You could choose this as one of your freebies. I don't have a lot of paper left because I used it. I've gone through almost 2 packs. This is all I have left of 2 packs. Can you believe that? So I used a lot of it on the Darling Donkey card, and then you have another project. And here's another card that I made with it. You're going to find tonight all of my cards are thank you cards because I need them like crazy, and that's a blessing. I'm not complaining, but I just never seem to have enough thank you cards. Okay, so we are going to do another door prize, and this is a basic black ink spot with a little cute I Heart stamps. This ink spot will come in handy with the next card that I'm going to show you how to complete. Okay, I promise I'm not looking. And, oh my goodness, Christy. All right, Christy. Okay, you will find these door prizes in your kit. So when I mail you a kit or when you do your porch pickup, that's when you will get your door prizes. I got to move this box out of the way, and we'll move on to the next project. Okay, and here is our next project. This is an oversized card. It's made with the Dandy Garden Cards and Memory Pack that is in the new catalog that just got released in January. And then it's also made with the Dragonfly Garden. Right, Statue Donkey Christy. Christy is my baby sister, and she and I spent some time together in Tennessee, so we have a little donkey story. I don't know if you can see that. That's the Dragonfly Punch. So we're going to use those two on this project. And next month, our virtual class is actually going to be a product-based class showcasing the Dragonfly Garden bundle. So it will come with 5 projects and then the bundle. I haven't got pricing yet on it, but it'll be about $50 if you do a porch pickup. Okay, so let's talk about this kit, what you're going to get and how to assemble it. So it's going to look like this when you get your packet. And this is one you're going to want to be kind of careful with when you pull it out, because there's a little dragonfly and then there's that little black basic dot. You don't want to lose that little black basic dot. Do you see the flap of the envelope? Isn't that gorgeous? And then look at the front. It's already decorated. It's just, I love these cards. Whenever Stampin' Up! Puts these in the catalog, I always order a pack right away because I want to see what they look like. And yes, yours truly punched 140 of these little boogers, 70 each. And I still like it. So it took me a couple days. I had to take some breaks because my fingers were getting irritated. Okay, so we're going to start with putting this bumblebee layer on here. One thing about this glue is it's best if you stow it upside down. So that's a recycled baby food jar. And that's how mine just sits in there when I'm not using it. And then the glue is right down at the bottom when you need it, and it's not clogged up. Okay, so we're going to glue that down there. Now we're going to stamp this with our sentiments. And I stamped this one in basic black with the Memento Tuxedo Black pad. And we're going to do the thank you. Now I like to stamp this before I adhere it to this layer for a couple different reasons. I'm just going through one layer and I don't have extra things to push against. And also, if I make a boo-boo, I have an opportunity to correct that boo-boo. Okay, I didn't make any boo-boos, but if I had, I could turn this over and stamp on the other side. So I always say that God created 2 sides to the paper, one side to practice on and the other side to get it right. Okay, so we're going to that. And then we'll glue this on here. So I'm going to move around with adhesives just so you can get some different looks at them. Or not. This one is out. Okay, that is my snail, and snail is actually a retired product, but I know a lot of you are still using it. It was replaced with this, which is called Stamp and Seal, which is a little more money than the snail, but the reason why it is a little bit more money is because there's way more adhesive that comes in that than the snail did. So in reality, it is actually about the same price. You can see that there is quite a difference in the size. This is quite a bit bigger, so it holds more. And it is refillable. You just buy a refill. It's also much stronger than the snail was, so it holds really well. And it's a little bit larger, but it's not awkward to hold or anything like that. Okay, so now we have the dragonfly and the little dragonfly, and we have the stamps to use in here to coordinate those. If you do not have a dragonfly garden, and I think there's only 2 of you that have it, I'm going to show you an alternate way. It looks pretty plain without any stamping on it, so I'm going to show you an alternate way to decorate that so that it doesn't look weird. And I just realized I got to find my bumblebee pad. Okay, so I used bumblebee. If you don't have bumblebee, use crushed curry or so saffron or any yellow, or even a brown would look okay too. So I'm just going to take a stamp from an alternate stamp set. This one is called Comfort and Hope, and I'm just grabbing this crosshatch. But any kind of a background stamp, or even if you just had some little dots or something like this, or even something like this, you all got that somewhere in there. Just use it to kind of decorate it. Don't worry about trying to get it right. You're just trying to give the dragonflies a little dimension. Now, if you have the stamps that coordinate with this, then you can use those. But I don't think too many of you have those yet. And I said yet, because I know a lot of you will attend class next month and you'll get them then. All right, and then we're just going to bend the wings up to give a little definition there. And we're going to pop both of these guys up on dimensionals. Okay, one goes in this corner, and then one goes in the opposite corner. And this one, I'm just going to use a leftover little dimensional because it's small, or you could use the mini dimensionals if you had some of those. I tend to just cut down the regular size, and we'll stick that over there. All right, and then you have your basic black dots. These are also from the mini catalog that went live in January. You should have two, one large one and one smaller one. Okay, this is the smaller one. And I think, what did I do with my other dot? Okay, I have a black tablecloth here, so there it is. Still in the envelope. So watch your envelopes. Things like to hide in there. These are self-adhesive, so you don't need glue or anything like that for them. All right, so there is that card. This is my favorite. I love the size of it. You're going to love the card base and the envelope. Okay, so we're going to move on to our next project. Just give me 1 second here. I've got to get this out of the way. Okay, thank you. All right, our next project is a bookmark. Isn't that pretty? And you're going to use a lot of glue dots and a lot of dimensionals. So I think I should give some of those away. So there's a package of a sheet of glue dots and a sheet of dimensionals. So let's see who's going to win that. And I promise I'm not looking. Kathy Tidball. All right. A girl can never have too many glue dots or dimensionals, right? Okay, so the bookmark is going to be hidden in a long legal-sized envelope. Are you guys hearing me okay? I see that Beth is having trouble with her sound. I just want to make sure that it's not on my side. Can somebody give me a thumbs up or a, yeah, we hear you? Okay, when you open this one up, this is another one you want to be careful with because there's lots of dragonflies and butterflies and different things inside your envelope. And I'm going to separate all of those. Okay. All right. And yours may be a little different color. Okay. Thank you, Rebecca. I appreciate that. This one is mint macaroon. You might have one that is on old olive. Yay. Thank you, Marcy. I can't remember what other color I used, but I used colors that coordinated. Okay. Thank you, Beth. That sounds like something I do. So I used colors that coordinated with the DSP. And this DSP is from that Celebrations paper pack, Paper Blooms. That's where that came from. So you're going to glue the DSP to your solid cardstock piece. I got to get this out of here. And then you're going to stamp whatever sentiment you want into your hearts. I kind of thought this would be a cute Valentine Day gift or maybe a tuck-in with a Valentine Day gift. And I used this stamp set. It's from the annual catalog. It's called Heartfelt. There's some really cute Valentine's Day sets in the mini catalog, but I already had this one and I felt like it would meet my needs for Valentine's Day this year. The heart, it's 2 layers of hearts, and I use the heart punch pack. So this is the double pack of punches. One's got a scallop and one's not, and they layer perfectly with each other. And then my color is Rococo Rose, and I know many of you have Rococo Rose because it's an in color, and a lot of you come to the in color class. Now, if you don't have Rococo Rose, Old Olive will work. Night of Navy will work. Mint Macaroon will work. Seaside Spray will work. Of course, black will always work. Just use what you have. Find something in your ink inventory that will work. Okay, we're going to glue this on to this. And then we've got all these little butterflies and diamonds. That moved. And I don't know if you can see it or not, but you have a little tiny heart too that you can put on here. So you've got all these cute little embellishments. Now, the only thing that's kind of tricky about this project is how you put that heart on, because you want that heart to be the part, sorry, I hit the camera again. You want the heart to be able to put over the page of your book. That makes sense. So that kind of holds it onto the page. Okay, like that. See how that works? So it's put on with a dimensional. If you guys can see that, I've got 3, and I put them close to the top of the heart. And I put my little heart over there. Okay, so let's get our dimensionals, put those on the back. So I put them close to the top, and I did use 3 because I kind of want it to hold up, and I didn't want it flipping around on the pages. And then you just put it it goes a little over the top. Like that. Okay. All right, and then you can just put the butterflies, bend their wings up, and the dragonflies wherever you would like. So it can go on the bookmark. I use dimensionals. You could use glue though, or you could use glue dots. And it would be really cute to have one actually on the heart. So I'll stick one. This one I'll make a little bit different. Actually, I'm going to use a different one there, one with a little more color. We'll put a dragonfly up there. When you get your kits, I ran out of rhinestones. So some of you are getting colored rhinestones. You may not get clear ones. You may get colored ones. I didn't count well, apparently, so I used up every rhinestone I had in here. In fact, you'll all have smaller ones. Mine's a little bit big. Okay, and then we can put these guys, and you can do whichever side of the dragonflies or the butterflies that you want. However you want it to be. It's your project. Okay. All right, and then you have 4 rhinestones to put on the antennae area of your butterflies and dragonflies. Okay, all right, there we go. Okay, that's cute, isn't it? And if you don't want to use it as a bookmark, another idea you could do is just cut it down a little bit and put it on a card base. if you would prefer to do that. If you don't really want to do a bookmark, you can do that. It's your project, so you can do what you want with it. Okay, so that is project number 3. I just saw a question on here, and I'm so glad you asked it, Chris. So she asked, I thought the Facebook Live was on Saturday. So when you got your Evite, it said at the top the date, and then it said, and I tried to put little asterisks around it, read details. When I set up that Evite, I have to put a date in there. And what I found is if I put a weekday in there, all the people that were working would respond no, because, oh, I'm at work, or I don't do things at night. I don't drive at night anymore. So I decided, so it doesn't really matter when we do the Facebook Live, but I have to put some kind of a date in the Evite. So I decided to put a Saturday morning in there just to let people know if that you don't really have to be available that time, but people don't read details. So if you looked inside that event invitation, it said that the Facebook Live would be a couple of days before. The porch pickups were scheduled for Friday and Saturday at your leisure or a mail out. If somebody has a better idea and a better system that they'd like to suggest to me, I am open. I'm trying not to make this confusing, but I know that it is confusing, and I just don't know what to do about that. I have to have an electronic way to send out the invitation. I have to have something else counting because I can't be writing notes. I can't use email. A lot of people don't read email, and I don't want to be tracking everything manually. So, and a lot of the other systems out there actually charge. Evite is still free, so I don't really want to get into a situation where I have to increase my prices to cover invitation expenses. So when you get an Evite from me, while this virtual business is going on, if it says virtual in it, you really should read the details because I do try to line it all out. And if you have questions, please let me know. I don't want people to be confused, and I don't want people to not understand what's going on. That's certainly not my intent. We have a lot of other things going on in our lives right now that are difficult enough to navigate. Stamping should be fun, and we shouldn't be having to be confused. So I know that it was more than 1 or 2 people that actually questioned this. So I wanted to bring it up, and I kind of forgot about it. So I'm glad Chris asked. The other thing with the virtual thing is you don't have to be available when I'm doing this. You can watch this whenever you want. If you are working on Saturday, you just pop it up whenever. I wanted it to go out before you started picking up your porch pickups, because I didn't want you to leave my house or get in the mail the packet and you have no idea what to do with it. I also wanted to just do 1 mailing and 1 pickup for door prizes, so I have to do all of that before everything goes out too. So that's what's going on. I guess the best advice I can give you is to really read the details. When that invitation comes out, if you click on it, you'll see all the details. And then maybe things will be a little more clear. I can go back to just putting the date in there that when the actual live is going to be, but then I'll have people that say, I can't come because I'm working, and I don't really want to leave people out. So that's the scoop there. Okay, I have one more project for those of you that are Paper Pumpkin subscribers, and I also have some other things I want to talk to you about. I think that I would like to talk to you about a few things, and then we'll go over this Paper Pumpkin stuff. So one of the things I wanted to remind everybody is the 2019 and the 2000 to 2021 in colors will retire in May. So that is Seaside Spray, Rococo Rose, Pretty in Pink, Terracotta, Tile, and Purple Posy. Now, Purple Posy pad was never available to purchase because there was a lot of problems with the coloring. The main thing I want to remind you right now is if you have those pads, to pick up coordinating items, especially reinkers. Whenever I purchase a stamp pad, I always purchase a reinker. I figure a re-inker will last me most of my life. It's certainly going to last most of your lives as well, because I use my pads a lot when we have in-person classes. I rarely have had to buy a second re-inker for any of my pads. So I'm encouraging you to think about buying these re-inkers sooner rather than later, because they are retiring in May, and typically they will sell out before the end of the catalog. So Celebrations is a really, really good time to order re-inkers and things like that, because you get free products. So I will remind you again, but this is my first reminder to you. Okay, the other thing I wanted to talk to you about was the new cardstock that came out. I put a little blurb out on this, and then I put something on our page, on our Facebook page, I think it was yesterday. I did put a half a sheet of cardstock of the new basic white cardstock in each one of your kits, along with this little flyer. My suggestion is you take this little flyer and you put it inside your catalog around the cardstock area. The pricing is exactly the same. And the reason why this happened is because the mill that Stampin' Up! Has used forever and ever for our beautiful Whisper White cardstock went out of business due to COVID-19. Isn't that sad? Stampin' Up! Had a very short notice on it, and they had to find an alternate vendor. So the alternate vendor was found fairly quickly, and they announced it to us right away. So we've known for about a month. Whisper White is completely sold out now, but the new products are available, and it's called Basic White. And I have a feeling you won't be able to see very well on the camera, and that's why I wanted you to have a piece of the paper yourself so you could see. So this is Whisper White, and this is Basic White. And what you're going to find is that the Basic White is a little bit brighter. That is the only difference that I have noted. Whisper White, and I never noticed it before, but it's got a little yellow tinge to it. And the Basic White is very, very white. They're both very smooth and very soft, just like the Whisper White was. They hold ink really well. They stamp very well. I haven't had any trouble die cutting. I haven't had any trouble with it at all. Now, I've only had it for a week, so I'm still playing with it. And the envelopes are soft and just as lovely as our favorite Whisper White. I've always loved Whisper White. So I can say honestly that I'm very happy. I actually, now that I've seen the brighter, I like it. I like it a lot, in fact. And I think you will too. But you have that half a piece so you can compare it yourself and take a look at it. And then, like I said, these are all the new numbers. And they are loaded on my website if you order online. The Whisper White numbers don't work anymore. The pricing is exactly the same. Okay, so that's that scoop. All right, I'm going to jump in here and show this last little project. If you were a December Paper Pumpkin subscriber, then you got a little box to create with your, not December, excuse me, January. You got an extra little project to thank you for being one of my subscribers. And this coordinates with the January kit. So you will find in your packet this little clear envelope with all the ingredients in here to put this little cute box together. Many of you ordered this little add-on kit, so you will also get those in your box if you ordered those with me. It goes together really, really well. It folds over. You don't even actually need glue. And it's actually just like a little mini paper pumpkin box. And there's a little slit down there for that to fit into. Oops, I forgot to bring this up. That should have come up before. And those need to go down. Okay, there we go. All right, and then the little kind bar is there, and it just fits. You can use something else if you don't want to do the kind bar. Little jewelry would fit in here. Those little Hershey nuggets fit. The kind bar just fits a little bit tight. So stick it in there. And you have a piece of ribbon. Tie a little bow on the edge. You can use your stamp set from your kit to get the Be Mine on there. And you've got the little snail. And you should have a little red heart. I put that above. I don't know where mine went. Okay, I put that above the, for the eye in the Be Mine. And then a little tip with this cello envelope would be to store your stamp set that you got from that kit. This is how I store mine. So hang on to that clear envelope and you can store your stamp set in there. For those of you that were not subscribers this month, I'm going to show you the cards. It was a card kit for January, and the theme, of course, is love. It's Valentine's Day, and we got 8 cards to make, and they're lovely. Here's the flyer. And the envelopes are really nice. And I thought I would give away a few of those. I've got so many Valentine's Day cards to fit my needs, so I'm going to give away 3 of my card kits. So let's see who's going to win those. Okay, Bonnie. Karen. And Leslie. Awesome. So Karen, I know you got a kit already. I've got another alternate card that I'm going to send to you to make out. So I'm going to set these to the side. If you would like more information about becoming a Paper Pumpkin subscriber, please let me know. I'd be happy to help you out. You get them monthly. It's like a little subscription box. It's my personal treat. It's $22 a month. It comes like this. It always has a stamp set, and the stamp sets have been really good lately. And a spot, and then all the embellishments and everything that you need to make the projects. This one came with a spool of ribbon. So it's $22 plus your local tax. It also came with a sheet of dimensionals. It's a really great way to build up your stamp inventory and your spot inventory, and everything's cut and prepared. It's just lovely. It's like I said, it's my treat. I don't get manicures or pedicures, so this is my little treat to myself every month. Okay, let's talk about a few more things. Along the lines of the Paper Pumpkin, the upcoming kit for February is called Bouquet of Hope, and it's going to be a really great kit for providing inspiration and comfort to others. It's a 9-card kit, and it coordinates with the celebration paper Field of Flowers. And so I've got the Field of Flowers out, and I just kind of wanted to show you what that paper looks like. So this is one side. It's very florally. It's very pretty. And then the back side is a little more neutral. You could probably get away with making some guy cards, some children's cards. Maybe not quite so feminine cards. Here's some cards that I did up. These are just, I love designer series paper. If you just let it do all the work, you really don't need to do anything else. You got ribbon, add a punch with your sentiment, and just let the paper shine. You can really whip together. Oh my gosh, that's so pretty. I got to talk to you about this ribbon in a minute. So there's 6 cards that I whipped together really, really quick earlier today. I think that I should give this little package of paper away. What do you think? Let's see, where's our little door prize basket? There's still some people that haven't won anything. All right, this is going to Velma. Okay. All right, so this paper is one of the Celebrations choices, and with a $50 order you can get a package of this paper for free. It's 12 by 12, you get 12 sheets. Double-sided, beautiful paper, and it will coordinate with the February paper pumpkin. Okay, I thought I would show you my new little mini embossing machine. I know a couple of you guys have gotten this. It's so cute. So tiny. Look how compact it is. It's really lightweight. Just a little cutie patootie. Comes with all of its plates, the cutting plates and your embossing plates and your die plates. The only thing I would like to tell you about this is it is limited on what you can get through it. So you have to really watch in the catalog because the base is very small. It's only about 5 inches. So if it's your only die cutter, it may not be your best choice unless you don't mind being limited. Most of the folders aren't going to fit in here, and some of the dies won't fit in there. So just really watch that. It is considerably smaller though, and it's perfect for traveling with. It's so cute, and it's really lightweight. And if anybody wants to see that when you come over to do your porch pickups, I'm happy to bring it outside so you can take a look at it. Okay, I want to talk to you about this cool new thing that's in the catalog. It's these blending brushes. They come in a package of 3, and they are $12. So that makes them $4 each. They clean up. This is a brand new one. Oh, they're so soft too. They're super duper soft. And they clean up really, really well. I used this one earlier. You can see just a tinge in it. I'll show you, and this one was used earlier too. So I'm going to go ahead and use this new one just so you can see me mess it up. And then I'll show you what it looked like after I cleaned it. So these are really good for different coloring modes. We've got daubers, we've got sponges, we've got other ways to color. This is just a new way to color. You know, you see a lot of those beach scenes and the sun, those kind of scenes. So this is really good for that, where you take the paper and you just really color it up to build a scene. So what I've done here is this is just regular computer paper. I punched it with a 2 1/4 inch circle punch, and I'm going to make a sun. So I like to start with my light colors first. So I've got 3 colors out here. I've got Bumblebee, Pumpkin Pie, and So Saffron. So I'm going to go ahead and start with the So Saffron, because that's my lightest color, and then I can build it up. So you just tap this in here. Yeah, Joe, the brushes are pretty cool. All right, you just tap it in here, and then you want to tap on your paper just a little bit, get a little bit of that extra ink off. And then we're just going to go around, and I got to hold on to this really tight. You could anchor this down with washi tape or something like that, but I'm too lazy, and I don't want to take the time. And it does take a little bit of time to blend, but man, the results are just stunning. You'll see when I show you the finished project what I'm talking about. I just want to show you how I'm building up to kind of get a sun look to it. And it takes a little bit of work. Maybe this is our Stampin' workout. A little bit of strength training maybe. I just got a lecture on that from my cardiologist on Monday that I need to start adding that. I haven't gone to the gym since last March, and I haven't been doing my strength training. So, okay, so let's close that up. So now we're going to go to our second darkest color, which is Bumblebee. And I'm just going to use the same brush. I'll just try to clean it off a little bit, but it's lighter, so I'm not worried about it messing up my pad. And we'll load that up with Bumblebee and then brush off a little bit of it. And then add a little color there. And I'm not going over the same area. I'm leaving some of it kind of light because when you look at the sun, that's how it is. It's not all just one color. Sometimes when you look at it, it's like really a ball of orange. Okay, and I'm going to tap that off. And then I'm going to go to the pumpkin pie and add that orangey color that we see when we look at the sun. So this is my darkest color. So you want to start light and then go to your darkest color. And you don't even have to use 3 colors. I mean, you can play with it however you want. I want my orange more up at the top. Oh, I hope you can see how pretty this is. Okay. All right, that's good enough. All right, so there's my sun because I made that little mask. All right, and here is, oops, I bonked the camera again. Here's my finished project. So I used that dragonfly garden bundle on there, and that's the floral from it and the words. And this is just on the basic white. So the basic white takes the sponge and the ink just like the Whisper White did. I have not tried all of the coloring mediums on the basic white yet, but I've watched other demonstrators and they're pretty much coming up with that everything is working just as well as the Whisper White did. Isn't that a pretty card? It's very simple, super simple, and you know, it's hard for me to do a 1-layer card. This is a white on white, but this would be fine as a 1-layer card too. Okay, I have a few more products to share with you, and then I think we'll call it a night. So this is another one of the celebration choices. It's called Ombre, Ombre Paper. So it's another pack that you can get free with a $50 order. I'm going to pull it out so we can take a look at it a little bit. It's currently on back order. All of the celebrations items have been staying in stock really well except this one. So you've got 3 that kind of have bubbles and 3 that are a little like more variegated. It's really pretty paper. It's very popular. I think there's 48 sheets in here. Yes, 48 sheets total. So I have a feeling this is, they're going to get some more in stock, but it may sell out before the end of celebrations. I don't know that for sure, but it is the most popular celebrations item so far. So if you want that, I would encourage you to order sooner rather than later. Don't forget that you have a coupon to use this month. If you haven't used it already, my annual customer appreciation coupon this year is spend $50 and get 1 item at 50% off up to $20. So you'll basically pay $10 for that item. If your item is a little bit more than $20, that's fine. I'll just give you a $10 credit. And that expires January 31st. And I only do that usually once or twice a year, so snag it while you can. Here's some other new items in that mini catalog, the opal rounds. I don't know if you can see, they're absolutely beautiful. They're so iridescent and pretty and shiny. And then here's these pastel pearls. Those are also in the new mini catalog. Those would go really good with that so ombre paper. This ribbon, this is what I wanted to talk to you about. This is Blushing Bride Metallic Ribbon. And I just thought it was all metallic-y until today I opened it up to put it on my card and I realized it's not metallic-y on the other side. It's so cool because I can either have it metallic-y looking or I can have it just more shimmery. So that's the metallic-y and that's the shimmery. So that's pretty cool. I like that. I always buy the embellishments and the ribbons that are in the mini catalogs right off the bat because they're always so fantastic. And I like having it's like getting new underwear or something. I don't know. A new bra. I don't know what it just reminds me of that. It's a good feeling. Okay, so one more product that I want to talk to you about, and then I think we'll call it good. So these little heart charms are in the mini catalog too, and they are silver. But you can color them. I've colored those with my blends. So the way that you do that is you just find a flat surface. You want to use the coloring end, not the script end, and then you just color over it. So you have to use a blend, or if you have the old blend abilities, they'll work. If you have any Sharpie markers, those will work. The regular markers will not work. Those are water-based and they're just going to wipe off. So I just wanted to show you that. They come in silver, but you can color them to match your project. I thought that was pretty cool. Oh, I got one more project to show you. So this goes along with the, I used the blending brushes on this one. And I did something very similar on this one. I just used Seaside Blue and just made that same circle. And then when I got through, I embossed it with this new seashell 3D embossing folder. This is also in the mini catalog. Oh my gosh, it is so beautiful. The textures just screams texture. By the way, if you come to the porch pickup tomorrow or Friday or Saturday, if the weather's not incumbent, I'll have a little display set up on my porch that you can look at some of these things. I'll set them out there so you can take a look at them. And the projects will also be sitting out there for you to look at as well if you come on Thursday, Friday, or Saturday. Okay, I think that's all I have for you guys. Thank you so much for hanging in with me. Yeah, this was that 1 hour video. I really like to keep my videos at 30 minutes, but I also wanted to do my normal customer appreciation and show you all these cool products and teach you a few new little tricks. And so I guess we have to go an hour when we do things like that. Thank you very much for your business the past year. 2020, as we all know, was lots of different challenges, and I just feel so blessed to have your friendship and your business. It has meant a lot, and I know it's kept most of us going. So have a really great night. Stay safe. I look forward to seeing you, some of you, in the next few days. And if I don't see you and your kit comes and you have any questions at all, please reach out and let me know. And don't forget that coupon. It expires January 31st. Also, if you're a Paper Pumpkin subscriber, this is a really good time to purchase a prepaid for your Paper Pumpkin, because with a 3-month, you can get at least one free celebrations item, and you can also use that customer appreciation coupon with your prepaid as well. So that would get you another item at half off. Have a really great night. I look forward to seeing you.